So you have not purchased your costume yet. What are you going to be this year?
A prostitute.
Oh, okay.
Hey, this is Matthew from Triple Kill, Metal-O-Mania. Fucking happy Halloween. Fucking smoke up, eat candy, and do whatever the fuck you want.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
God, I have this sick idea for a sweet song. It goes, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Dude, just play the goddamn song.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
Hi, Metal-O-Maniacs. Welcome to our 6th annual Halloween special. Let me get things started right out the gate by going Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Ah, all right.
I was just at a bar having a drink with some hookers. What the fuck? What's up there, lady? Oh, you ready to get married? All right, I got...
You're going to have to get rid of the
I'm going to
teeth.
take that out right there.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
But yeah, the teeth are a nice touch, but yeah.
For the photos only.
You got to be able to understand me. What's up, everybody? Welcome to our Halloween special, our 6th annual Halloween special.
That
That's
is
crazy,
insane.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. Cute.
Looking good over there, Lydia.
Yeah.
I think I might just have to marry you again. I'd haunt anywhere with you, you know?
Nice.
And we opened up the Halloween show tonight with a little bit of wastrel, a little wastrel. Death is not permitted on Halloween night. It's kind of encouraged, but hey, man, we love those dudes, badasses out of Georgia, and we're going to get them dudes on the show, man, because that's a badass song right there, as a matter of fact. And you know what's funny? I was making the playlist for the show a couple days ago because we have 2 playlists coming up today and Wednesday, and I decided I needed something really thrashy, something really banging to kick off our Halloween special with. I went to YouTube, I typed in badass thrash metal, and then I changed the filter to just things that have been posted within the last month, and boom, there you go. I found gold, man. A little bit of gold fell into my lap.
Okay.
Out of Georgia, a little wastrel to start the Halloween show. But yeah, we got a great show in store for everybody. We're going to be talking to Manic tonight. We're going to be releasing their single Hall-O-Ween for Halloween. That'll be pretty good. And as you can see, we're going to be doing it in costume again.
Nice.
What are some of the costumes we've done over the years? We did the first year it was me and Gonzo actually, and that was
Right.
he was Ted Nugent, and I was King Diamond.
That was awesome, actually, guys. You guys did both of those. Were great, and we had Kirk Nobrain.
Oh,
Was
that's
a pirate, right.
Kurt Nobrain was a pirate. That was back when Kurt Nobrain was on the first few shows. Even
Yeah,
did.
he was a pirate the first year.
Wow, he was a pirate hooker.
Yeah.
And then shit, we've done.
The second
I had the
year-
mask that Jay made for me one year.
Yeah,
I
that was
had,
badass. You couldn't wear that the whole time because it was difficult to understand.
Right. We did
Kurt
Rowdy
was
Piper.
a clown that year.
Oh yeah, right. That's right. Kurt No Brain was a clown. We did Rowdy Piper, and you were a punk rock girl last year. That was
Yeah.
just a year ago, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, you
And
were.
that's about as far as we can remember. The first one
you
and
were
the
a
last
corpse.
one.
Remember, you were a corpse Barbie doll one year. I remember
Oh,
that.
right.
And I was the
Okay.
devil.
Yeah.
I was Satan that year.
Right?
Yeah.
That was pretty badass, actually.
that's
Yep. I
right.
do remember that. Now you say
And
it.
here we are, Beetlejuice and Lady. We even got the Beetlejuice. Look, you went the extra mile here, Skulls.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
I thought that was appropriate.
Beetlejuice,
you know?
Beetlejuice, yeah. And you know what's funny? And we'll talk a little bit about this later on the show, but we did cover some Beetlejuice ground here in Metal-O-Mania
His
Studios.
hair is fucking
I know, man.
insane,
It's wild,
man.
right? It's wild, bruh. But we've talked some Beetlejuice here recently in Metal-O-Mania Studios with some of our very good friends. We'll talk about that later in the show, though. So, but I'm glad. Are you giving out candy already? Have people been coming for the candy so far throughout the
No,
evening while we're in
nobody's
the
ever
studio?
come to our
I know,
house for
nobody-
candy.
I know, right?
Not trick or treater wise, though.
yeah, right. Isn't that
It's
the truth,
crazy
man?
the amount of candy that adults eat, though.
Yeah,
You put a
you're not
candy
kidding.
bowl out, and everybody just walks by and helps themselves to it.
Yeah,
so.
no shit, man. We
but
keep
no, no
one on our
trick-or-treaters.
kitchen counter, yeah, and they just tear it
I
up.
don't. The first year we ever bought the house, I was all prepared. I bought tons of candy, and not a single person. So, and the second year I didn't because it was COVID, so I figured nobody was coming around anyway.
Or do you have hard, strong feelings about the rules, like costume? Got to have a costume for a treat.
No costume, no candy.
Oh, see, yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
No,
Actually,
because we were told that as teenagers.
Right.
We were like,
You're
"No,
not-
I'm her and she's me."
yeah, right.
And he was like, "I don't buy it."
Yeah,
we
you're
were
not
like,
getting-
"What do you mean you don't buy it?"
You're not getting my Mars bar, bitch.
he deemed that we weren't worthy.
What about age-wise? Is there an age limit? Is there a hardcore? Like, as soon as I've always felt like once you're in high school, kind of ninth grade, maybe you might be skirting the edge, but man, 10th grade and older, you're definitely too old to trick or treat, right? That's when you should be making out at Halloween parties. instead
Well,
of
yeah, I was going to
trick-or-treating.
say, I guess if you have interest in bags full of candy
At that age,
at any age,
yeah.
like as an adult, if you went bags full of free candy, if you
Right.
came walking around and like had a costume and trick or treated at my door, I would give you candy. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
like, "You're
probably
adult,
right.
fuck you."
You're probably right.
You know what I mean?
Well,
If you knocked on my door as an adult in plain clothes and with a bag out, I'd be like, "No, fuck you, buddy. You got to
yeah,
at least
you
go the
just
extra
came from my
mile."
Mars bar.
Yeah, at least go the extra mile, like add a costume. But no, I think anybody that knocks on your door with a costume on this night should be able to get free candy.
Yeah, right on. Be nice. Give out candy.
You don't
Well,
really need rules.
I don't know that you could do it today, but my parents, when I grew up, my parents did very much a an adult Halloween.
Okay.
You know, the adults would come around the neighborhood. Usually, we'd be walking around with my mother. My mother and my mother's friends would walk with us, and this is when I was really little, by the way.
Right.
We'd all put in costumes to walk around with the women, while the men would stay at one of the yards. Like my dad and a bunch of his buddies would stay in our yard, and they would give candy to the kids that came and beers to the adults that came with the kids. You know what I mean? Like as the adults were coming by, they'd be like, "Hey, Ed," and he'd be like, "Here's a beer for the dad, and here's a treat for you."
Right.
I guess them days are gone though, right? Probably that still exists somewhere, but it's just hard for me to picture now because
It's less likely. I think one because people aren't, giving
Friendly
away
like that.
beers. Well,
Oh, well,
and
yeah,
just like
beer.
people don't have the money for things like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Nowadays, like
That's
to
true.
be,
yeah, Pop was giving away the beers, man. Halloween
pretty
was
funny.
beer night. It was Halloween. Yeah, I know the cat is literally ripping apart the studio. while we do
I'm
the
like, I'm
Halloween
trying
special
not to
tonight.
pay attention to him, but at the same time, like, how can you not? He's
Let
being
him
a
run
fucking
free. He's crazy.
crazy
He's
maniac.
we should have
right
dressed
now.
up the animals, but there's no
Well, so I've
costume
tried
that'll
that.
fit the dog.
Well, that,
Yeah.
but I have tried it before, and the cat is not having it.
Not a man. Mr. Miyagi is already in costume as Mr. Miyagi.
And then he takes it out on the dog. When he gets mad at the dog, he literally, he'll karate chop the dog.
Yeah, oh yeah, he'll fuck him up.
He smacks him in the
He'll go
face.
Cobra Kai on that bitch.
And I think the dog has had enough torture this week, so
Fuck yeah.
I don't think he needs to be.
Fuck yeah. Well, I've got a growing bag
Mm-hmm.
of candy in there that I'm looking forward to getting into later in the show, and I've got a big
You are a
giant
candy
bag.
guy.
Yeah, I do like some candy. You know what's funny? Since I've lost weight, I swear I like sweets more than I did before when I was heavier. When I was
That's
heavy,
pretty
I
funny.
ate a lot of carbs and shit, but as a thinner guy, I do appreciate
The sweets.
a couple of sweets, man.
treats.
Yeah. But I do it in small doses, that's all. You know what I mean? What is
Yeah.
your favorite candy to get on Halloween? What's your personal favorite, like, oh man, if they have it at that house, I'm going to that house twice candy?
When I was young, It was almond joy.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's surprising. I've been with you 23 years. I don't think I've seen you eat 4 of those. But
Yeah, that's why I kind of hesitated because
Yeah.
I don't know that I have a go-to right now.
when I was young,
Because I
it
have
was
so many
definitely
personalities
Butterfingers.
at this point in my life that who
Yeah.
knows
One of which is Lydia, by the way. But yeah, when I had a big thing for Butterfingers. I was a huge Butterfingers guy when I was young. You know, as an adult though, I like the dark chocolate Reese's peanut butter cups.
the thin one.
What's everybody? Yeah, hit us up. We want to know what your favorite candy is, metalheads.
Yeah.
You know, we want to know what your favorite candy is. Well, you know, we got a bag of treats we brought with us, man, and some of it is candy, some of it is different things that's going on over here with this sweet little red dress. But other things is our bag of music that we brought for you for this special Halloween edition of Metal-O-Mania. Again, we're going to be talking to Manic later in the show, which I'm very excited about. And on Wednesday, we're going to be talking to Hate, you guys. We're going to be talking to Hate. I'm very excited about that as well. That new release, Rugia, is ridiculous. Hate, as you know, legends. Super honored to have them on the show. And the following week, we have Aeon coming on, which I'm super excited about that. That fucking God Ends Here is silly, ridiculous badassery, man. 2 of my rivals for releases of the year, and they're coming on back-to-back weeks on our show. Very excited about that. And then we got VHS coming in. I love the name of the new VHS release. It's perfect for the Halloween show, by the way. It's called I Heard They Suck Blood. Those dudes are cool, man. Love those
Very
guys.
good.
Out of Thunder Bay. Well, you want to kick it off with a couple of jams then? You want to get
I
into
think
some
that
music?
sounds awesome, yeah.
All right. We got plenty of Halloween to discuss, and we'll break that down for you. But let's play some jams real quick for you, man. We're going to play some Wraith for everybody. We're going to open up. We got 3 jams, as a matter of fact, we're going to play for everybody right now. We're going to open this up with some Wraith. Gatemaster is the jam from this new release, Undo the Chains. These killers out of Indiana are fucking fantastic. Our buddy Thralls of Metal recently did a review of this, by the way. Worth checking out on YouTube if you have not already. I love Wraith. I've always loved Wraith, legend badasses, and we're going to play Gatemaster right now. Follow that up with Burning Tongue. The song is Howler from Burning Tongue from Prisoner Cinema. This was emailed to us this week, and it's a smoking badass release from New York. It's a debut full-length release. They do have
Nice.
an EP out, but it's
Check
a
out.
debut full-length release. It's Halloween. Get your drinking on. By the way, if you're new to the show, every time we say the word debut, do your
You're
thing.
supposed to drink.
There you go. And right behind that, let's play some Imperial Slave. Imperial Slave has a self-titled debut out, and we're going to play Dark Crimes from it, man. A New Zealand band, deathy badass band with thrashy riffs. In other words, my kind of shit. So let's celebrate Halloween together all night long here on Metal-O-Mania with Manic coming by later, so don't go anywhere. You ready, Lydia?
Yeah.
You ready to get married?
It's showtime.
They will say that I have shed innocent blood. What's blood for, if not for shedding?
just can't take no pleasure in killing. Just some things you gotta do. Don't mean you have to like it.
Halloween, am I right? Something nasty always goes down on Halloween.
I love Halloween. The one time of year when everyone wears a mask, not just me.
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare.
I
does everything you say have to sound super scary?
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Well, when you get home tonight from hanging out at Metal-O-Mania, you cannot say that we didn't fill your bag full of goodies, because we're stuffing it full of goodies all night long here at Metal-O-Mania with some badassery. And those dudes are out of New Zealand, man, just killing it. That's a debut out of New Zealand. Every part of the world is just crushing it with metal these days, and we're here to make sure you don't miss it here on Metal-O-Mania. It's a standalone special, but we did a cool special the other night, man. You know, did you dig our special?
Oh, fuck yeah. That was
fun,
awesome.
right?
I mean, and every bit of the, like, every little, like, movie trailer or just little snip from the movie clips that, like, you added in there. It was a good little reminder of that movie, and perfect timing wise on every one of them. And some were fucking hilarious. You know, you thrown in jokes here and there. So, excuse me.
I'm not
did
going to
a
lie to you
great
cats
job.
out there. We worked our butt off on that one, man. I counted at one point. It was well over 4,000 edits or clips I made for it.
Oh, Lord.
It was well over 500 hours of editing involved in making that special. But how awesome is Megan and Corey, by the way, from Casper? First of all, Casper, we're going to play a song from them tonight on the show.
Fuck yeah.
And I love them so much, man. I appreciate them coming by and hanging out with us here at Metal-O-Mania. I appreciate them doing our horror movie countdown. If you missed it, please do check it out. We worked so hard on it, and we'll talk a little bit more about it later on the show. I'll give you a little more detail about how we broke it down, but I just want to remind everybody, please do. And you might just see some coverage on Lydia and Beetlejuice in that program. So yeah, man, Megan and Corey, we love you guys with all our guts, man. Thank you so much for doing that with us. That was so much fun. So much fun.
Oh yeah.
And I'm super proud of how it turned out, man. Really, really, really proud. So I hope it gets about a zillion views, or else it's going to be the biggest waste of time since my first marriage.
Oh, jeez.
So what's up, though? We talked a little bit about in the first break about that hard cut age break for Halloween, and I Googled it. I don't really see any defined thing. You know, it does seem to be kind of like one of those, it's weirdly one of those socially loose, ambiguous, you know.
Right. Yeah, I don't really give a fuck what age you are. You know, I mean, if you want to take the time to dress up in a costume and come around, I'll give you candy.
I will give you candy.
Yeah, I think that's fine, you know.
I bet you got good candy, Scully.
I'm not giving out that candy. But I actually was just thinking, like, so what is the best age for Halloween? Is it like when you're little and your main concern is like which house is giving out the best candy?
That is pretty sweet.
Right? Like it's literally like your biggest
I miss
worry.
those days.
Your mom organizes your costume for you. You tell her what you want to be and she just makes it happen. And all of a sudden you're just that for Halloween. You know what I mean? Like there's no concern about where she gets the costume, how she makes it happen, like what the fuck. Like it's just, you know.
It is all handed to you.
Right. And all you do is walk around and collect candy.
Right.
You know?
Well, on that note, do they still have those costumes that just have the piece of rubber band that do the faces? Is that a thing of the past? Have they finally done away with those?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's like those
First
those
off,
were
they never
garbage.
even last
Yeah, they never made it
more
through
than
a
like
night.
the second house.
Right.
Yeah.
By the third house, you had it in your hand, like I was Spider-Man.
That's pretty funny.
You know,
I don't know. I mean, I think that's a pretty goddamn good age.
that's a pretty good age.
But
Pretty
then,
sweet.
like, all right, so you progress to being like
Well,
a teenager.
Well, let me say though, when your biggest worry is candy, that's a beautiful age. That is a beautiful age.
Right.
Well, go ahead, teenagers.
So as you become a teenager, now
You're an
you get to
asshole.
pick
No, I
your
mean,
own
go ahead.
costume. You know what I mean? You don't have to worry about like your mom like telling you what the fuck, you know.
At
So
what
it's a little
age-
more independent and stuff, you know, but also I think that it's a weird thing because like you're now like right at your first Halloween party maybe, you know what I
Time to
mean?
make
Like all
out.
the making, you know, all that goes along with that, but also like you got to pay for it maybe. You have to like get there
right.
maybe.
It's on
You know
you.
what I mean? Like all those kind of, you know, issues and responsibilities that used to be like your mom's job, like now is becoming your job. So
Right.
it's
Well,
got a
as a
lot of
female-
pluses to it, but I don't know. There's some burden to it.
As a female, what's the age you first decide this is my slutty costume year?
Well, that varies so much, and now it's even younger and younger and
You're
younger.
probably
So
right.
I don't know.
You're
I don't.
probably right.
If you're asking what age I would let my daughter be the slutty thing,
It was
like, you know,
younger than the age you chose, right?
Yeah, I guarantee it. You know what I mean? Like it's just that's the trend.
It
how
is what it
how
is,
works
right?
out.
It was my favorite part of Halloween. Well, one of my favorite parts of Halloween. You definitely, as a teenager, was going to parties and all the slutty costumes.
All the
for sure.
slutty- yeah.
No doubt, no question.
Yeah, that's something.
That was
like,
way more important than the
as
candy
a
by then.
Older teenager, like young adult, like where you're able to drink, you know what I mean, and you're able to, you know, you look better in the part. You know what I mean?
For sure. Right.
I think
Start
maybe
to
those
fill
are the
out
best
a little bit
years.
as you will. Right.
You know,
right.
I think. What do you think?
There's something to be said for worrying about candy as your primary concern, but man, when you enter into the lexicon of sluts dressed like demons, it's better than candy. I got to be honest, it's better than candy. I'm going to rank that higher than the candy, yeah. So far, that's
Jello
that's the age.
shooters and
yeah,
stuff
right.
at parties or
Underage Jello shooters, girls
Yeah.
dressed like demons,
That's
and Mario sluts and
a little
shit.
better than
It does
a
outdo
lame
a
costume
Butterfinger.
and some free candy.
Yeah, better than a Mars bar. I'm saying.
I think as an adult, it's
right.
probably the worst, right?
Yeah,
like
then the
we
burden
can
is
all
on
agree,
you, especially
like-
as a parent of
right,
a young child.
right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's-
Oh yeah, it's cute and they're fun and whatever. You got a good costume,
so much
and pictures
work.
for
And they're
right.
never happy, and they're bitching about their candy.
It lasts for 5 seconds.
And they don't ever want to share their candy with you. Fuckers. Yeah, you're right. So it's all over by then, though. Now
It's all
we've
downhill
now
from
entered
there.
into. What about when you empty nest? What about now? Do we get to have a lot of fun now? Now we get to dress up in costume. Well, I guess we're not a normal example. We're not normal people. We're very abnormal in lots of ways, but we're dressed up for Halloween tonight, having fun talking to metalheads out there. So
Right.
that's fun. We're back to. I think we're back to that age where we can party now. Our kids are growing up doing their own thing. We can now do our own Halloween. We're kids again now. But see,
So
this
being
is
an
the best
adult
of
is
both
good
worlds.
after the kids have grown
After the
and
kids
gone
grow
away.
up, right?
Okay.
Because now it's about candy and the sluts.
I think it's always about that, except for when you're young.
You're right. It's about that before you even know about that.
Yeah.
Before you realize that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Well, let me ask
So.
you, since we're talking about sluts, is there any costume you can't turn slutty? I think we've talked about this maybe before. This might be like a retro conversation.
Well, I don't believe we might have, but I don't remember if we ever came up with anything. I think
No, because we
think
didn't. There's
decided
not a single
everything
one.
can be slutty.
Yeah, every single costume can be made slutty. I don't.
You know what? It's funny
What?
because we did talk about that a little bit last year, because I remember after the show, somebody sent us an email saying something about a post-abortion mother out of a clinic couldn't be made sexy. And I still disagree. I still disagree.
That's a little like you have to explain what your
right. If you have to
costume
explain your
is.
costume, you've chosen a bad costume, by the
Yeah.
way. That is a good point.
Yeah.
If you have to come in with like,
If your
oh, here's
costume
what
has
I
a
am.
sign that says this is what,
Right.
otherwise you just look like a slut on the street. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's all they did.
Well, speaking of slut, they can. Speaking of turning any costume into a slut costume, I just saw today actually that apparently there's one of the big trend costumes this year is women dressing as a vaccine, which is literally they're wearing skin-colored one-piece bathing suit with nothing else on, and a syringe-looking thing hanging out of their head, and you're a vaccine. So. I like that it's a slutty outfit, but it's not as clever as you think. You know what I mean? Every year there's that. Remember the year that like the OJ trial, everybody went as OJ and all that shit? Like, I mean, could you imagine that now? I don't think you could get away with that now. In today's society, if the OJ murder happened 2 weeks ago and Halloween was today and people were going to a bunch of parties dressed like OJ, I think that would not fly like it did. What a massive change in society from then to now, Because back then people were like, it's funny. Now people would be like, oh, you're a piece of shit.
The equivalent would be like, what's the dude that killed his girlfriend on the camping trip?
Oh, the Landry kid.
Yeah, like if you try to show
man.
up as him now,
Yeah,
to
right.
it,
Yeah, you might not.
People probably
that might
wouldn't
not go over very
be,
well.
receptive
Well, and speaking of
to
which,
that.
it's a cover-up, dude. The parents are. Am I wrong? This kid is out
Oh,
somewhere.
fuck yeah, man.
The parents helped him get away, dude. I'm sorry, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I know, but Nancy Grace, I am not. But I will tell you, that kid is out there slipping drinks somewhere, brother. You know what I mean? They fucking killed some neighborhood kid that was a vagrant. Hit his bum.
Well, I was
fuck.
just saying that it was probably today's equivalent of a bad
Right.
costume.
And you're
so-
probably right, though. Yeah, if you dressed up as Brian Landry and went to a party tomorrow, you're not going to be hanging out at the party all night long. I got a feeling. You're going to be thrown.
Speaking of
the
worst
fuck out.
costumes, what do you, over your lifetime, what are some of your best or maybe worst costumes?
Well, it's funny to think. I was just talking about this earlier today on Facebook with one of our friends out there, but for like 7 years in a row when I was young, from elementary school probably until 9th grade, I was Gene Simmons every year in
so
full
lame.
makeup. Full makeup. I had the boots. Every year I added onto my costume. See, so every year it became a better and better Gene Simmons costume to the
Okay.
point where I was putting blood capsules in my mouth and crushing them and spitting blood everywhere like he did on stage. I mean, like I was full on doing it, you know what I mean? And it's funny to think about. We talked about Gene Simmons on our special the other night because you brought him up in a movie. But now it's so funny to think about that because my feelings and my view of Gene Simmons as an adult is he's such a prick. I do think he's a prick. I'm sorry. I think he's an asshole. There's just so many examples of him being an asshole. And I'm not even blaming him for that. If you spent your whole life with people kissing your feet, you're probably going to be an asshole. And I think that's what happened to him. He spent his whole life with people, sucking his nuts. So he developed asshole syndrome from it. But the point being, though, I was him every single year for years. I had the boots with the demon faces on them, the whole thing, man. And then honestly, I don't know. I remember being real young and doing like Superman with, like I said, the masks that didn't last 2 houses.
Right, the elastic mask.
What's your immediate young person costume that you dressed in that comes to mind?
The one thing that comes to mind is it's kind of funny because now as an adult, I see like how much effort went into it and how, I appreciate it now, but as a child, I was a little embarrassed by it. My mom made me this amazing Rainbow Bright costume. And I don't know if you remember or know who Rainbow Bright was, but she was just this character, and she had this like yarn, like hair, like yellow hair, and had like this yarn wig and everything, and had this big like hoop skirt to make it like sit out, like
That's
poof
awesome.
out. And yeah, I mean now, right? I agree, it was awesome, but I was so embarrassed to wear it, and I didn't want to do it. Yeah, I hated it, but I won first place at a contest.
Did you like it more after that?
No, it's
you were more embarrassed because you won.
Well, no, like I ended up, for some reason I gave the gift, like I gave the thing that I won to my cousin, my little cousin, because he was sick or something. My cousin was always very sickly and wasn't able to do things. So he wasn't able to go to, trick-or-treating and stuff. So I ended up giving him the prize.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, it was cool, but I also was like I was a child, like I regretted giving it to, you know what I mean? Like I wanted it, you know what I mean? But I gave it up.
You did the nice thing, and then you were waiting for an adult to give it back to you, right?
Maybe,
right. I did the nice thing.
But
I
was
have
very,
it back,
very young. Like I will say, like we're talking 6 years old, kind of young.
Right.
We're, very, very young. But yeah, all of that stands out to me so much,
That's
even though how young I was. So it's
well,
pretty
the
funny.
very first year, you and I got together in February, so it was quite a few months. But I remember, maybe it was the year before we got together. You did that Raggedy Ann costume. I think one of my earliest memories of you is in a costume, is in the Raggedy Ann costume.
Okay.
If
Me and Glenn from Domino's, he was Andy.
I love you, Glenn. Much love, brother.
Yeah, those were cool costumes.
Yeah, you were Raggedy Ann, and he was Raggedy Andy. That was pretty funny. Yeah, that was a cool party at our buddy Kevin's house. Shout out to Kevin as well. So, yeah, I remember that costume. I think of that costume. I don't think I wore a costume that night. I was drunk guy.
We had my worst as a teenager. Me and my friends were like, we went to like the craft store and the fabric store, whatever, and bought a bunch of shit. And for some reason, we thought we were gonna like make wings for like an angel costume. I don't know why we didn't just buy wings for a fucking angel costume. And it was a goddamn nightmare. We're trying to like bend hangers into the right position and make them stay,
Yeah, that sounds like way too much.
Oh, it was a fucking nightmare. And it took us hours. And by the time we were actually like leaving to go to the party or do whatever, I was in such a bad mood and I was so shitty. I was like, fuck this party. I don't even want to do this anymore. Fucking stupid ass costumes.
Too much work.
Yeah.
That's
so we blew that, or I blew that one away. So. Can you name all your costumes? Like if you had to sit here with a piece of paper and given time,
go through every year.
Could you name all of the like everything you've ever been?
I doubt it. Very seriously.
No, I probably would. You need pictures? I could probably see pictures of myself and to be like, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't think I can. How many of you can do that?
You said we've done 6 here. I don't even think I can name all
right,
of them. So. We named the first one and the last one, and that was it. So
your stoner metalhead friends.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good shit.
Okay, well, what songs you got? We'll save a little bit more topics.
That is pretty good stuff,
for,
my dear. Pretty good stuff.
The next break.
Oh, well, you know what? It's time to talk to our friends Manic, as a matter of fact, man.
Okay,
We're going to talk to our pals out of North Carolina. They got a brand new single called Hall-O-Ween, which...
Fuck yeah.
Hey,
I think that makes a little sense.
Pretty fucking timely. And yeah, in fact, these dudes are 2 of my favorite new people, man. I enjoyed the fuck out of talking with them. You will see, and that they will become your favorite people as well right now. So let's talk to them and play a jam from them. Matter of fact, the jam is Hall-O-Ween. So, Manic time?
Oh, yeah.
Let's get Manic, Lydia, on Metal-O-Mania's Halloween special. All right, and welcome back, Metal-O-Maniacs. as we continue to celebrate the Halloween season here in Metal-O-Mania Studios. And I'm proud as fuck and happy as fuck to be joined by my new friends out of motherfucking North Carolina. Manic, what's up, gentlemen?
Man, what's up, man, bro?
Well,
what's up, metal world?
Hey, you know what goes better with metal and than Halloween, and what goes better with Halloween than metal? You know what I mean? It's a perfect fucking meld, if you will.
It's the best Christmas in the world.
I couldn't agree more. We call it our metal Christmas all the time, man. So, well, you know, to kick things off, our metalhead fans out there may already know who you are, but if they don't, just in case they don't, introduce yourselves, gentlemen.
Kevin Hall, co-founder of Manic, and this is Steve Coleman, other co-founder, surviving members of Manic, whatever. So, yeah.
Right on. And been at it for a couple of minutes now, right?
Yeah, one or two, anyways.
Yeah, right on, right on. Figured might as well throw some nuts into it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, talk to me about that, man. We'll get around to Halloween, which we're going to enjoy and celebrate this single here in just a few minutes. But before we get to that, man, tell me a little bit about the origination of what came to be Manic, man. How did you get these guys? How did you get together and become doing this together for so long?
It's a really funny story. In high school, I was recruited by a band to play guitar for them that I wasn't a member of. And I didn't know Steve. And Steve was in another band in this talent show. And I walk up and, hey, man, I've been listening to you guys, warm up. You guys sound really good. And he's like, we're going to kick you guys fucking ass. That's how our relationship started. So, yeah. But, no, we kind of hooked up in high school. Grew up with Mark Hatley. He's not with the band anymore. But Steve was kind of in and out for a number of years until we kind of solidified the original lineup.
Living on the street, kind of convenience to play sometimes.
Couch surfer. Steve, our professional couch surfer. Yeah. I
got skills.
But yeah, just it was a rotating door for a while, and then the chemistry kind of clicked with the original four members: me, Steve, Mark Hatley, and Jody Gibson, who's passed on. God bless him. And it's funny. That's kind of what brought us back.
Well, Jody, we got to give props to his band. Black Ritual was the band, his last band that he played in. Look them up. Those boys got some serious shit there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Phenomenal musicians. But so Jody passed 2 years ago, and
a couple days ago.
Yeah, actually this month.
Wow.
2 years ago. And Steve called me up and was like, "Hey man, Jody passed. We had to get together and re-record one of his songs," and we were like, it just kind of gelled, and then we got a really good group of guys with us. That the chemistry there and the talent is there, and we're like, man, this is really fun. We got to keep kind of doing it, and so lo and behold, here we are doing it again, man.
Yeah, with a new approach. We the song you guys are going to hear is technically like 30 years old.
Oh, killer!
Yeah, Kev wrote that 30 years ago, and we just revamped everything. We kept all the original guitar arrangements and riffs, and brought in Jeff Treese from Method 51 and Denial on bass, and Doug Knipe. Is that how it's Knipe?
I don't know.
Cinipe. Anyways, we brought him on vocals. He was with Chronic Disorder, and we just all grew up together, and we just said, fuck it, here you go.
Let's make a go of it.
Yeah, did I get my point out? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, man, right on. I'm still looking for my point. That's why I keep Scully around. She tells me where it is all the time. So,
dude, that's my Jennifer.
Yeah, right. Sometimes you need that shit, brother. Some of us need that shit. So, what are your plans going forward? Are you able to start doing that? Are you able to start locking in some shows going right now, or is that kind of? Is it more of a 2022 thing, or is it a 2021 thing, do you think?
Yeah, we're 22. We're really, right now, our focus is finishing the album. We're really close. We're just kind of like tightening down a few things. We released Hall-O-Ween because, the timing was perfect.
You had to.
Yeah, I had to.
It'd be kind of weird to release it at Christmas. I would have fucking done it. Fuck Christmas, but whatever. So, anyways, man, but we're right now. Our push is to try to get the album done, and then maybe And we're getting some feelers back about potentially, maybe doing.
Germany actually is loving us right now.
Yeah. But like, so we want to get the album done, and then maybe we'll start rehearsals and potentially look from there. So.
Fuck yeah. Well, man, you
break
bring
out
up
the Ben Gay and the all the ace bandages and shit.
Hey,
Oxygen
man.
beds.
Yeah, I got my fucking muscle cream right here, man. I got to keep it close, but it's good for muscles and jerking off. Anyway, but dude, I'll tell you, it's a privilege to sit in this.
Raw.
Yeah, right.
We're metal as fuck.
Raw dog that shit, fucking sandpaper. Right. But it's my privilege of sitting in this chair and talking to bands all over the world is that the metal thing is happening right now, man. Literally globally. You mentioned Germany a second ago. The scene right there is on fire right now. Russia, the scene in Russia is ridiculous right now.
Russia's insane.
It's insane, man. I mean, Australia, we're just, it's the perfect time, honestly, for you. You picked the right wave of time to jump back into the fray, if you don't mind my noticing, man, because we're on fire, baby. Yeah. We're ready to do this.
What in this business for sure. So yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. What are your thoughts on the current state of things? Because it's a different unit. Let's be honest. You guys and me, I don't mind telling you, none of us are necessarily short in the tooth any longer. So we've watched an entirely different universe develop in the music industry, man. The music industry today literally doesn't even resemble what it was when we grew up. I mean, it's not even the same animal. What are your thoughts on that, man? How do you, is it navigatable anymore, or is it a fucking, throw your nuts in and hope for the best?
For us dinosaurs, man, it's a what the fuck.
Yeah, man. I feel you, brother. I feel you.
I kind of think, man, we've gone from the dynamic of where bands would tour to support the album, and that's where the bread and butter was coming from. And I think with technology, where these younger guys can record themselves, the big studios are less and less important. I think we're transitioning from a phase where the tour supports the record, and now the records can be advertisement for the tour. Unfortunately, touring is not happening. Right. But I think if we ever get back to that, the tour it's gonna go back to what it should have been all along. All focused
put the album out, jump out and support it.
The live show is where it's at every time. And,
every time.
Don't get me wrong. There's some bands that are phenomenal recording artists, but man, nothing beats that vibe and energy of live.
I'd actually like to put one small point about this album we're doing. All the amps are real amps. The drums are real drums. There's not a damn thing programmed on here. There's not Line 6. There's not fucking Pod Farm. None of that shit. Matter of fact, the drums are, you might as well call it tape. There's no corrections. There is no fucking quantization. Big props, Dave, Skynet. Yeah. I have to do that, but
a couple of metal fuckos making some metal music, man. That's what it's about.
Metal is starting to sound the same. Everything was sounding the same out there. It's like, don't get me wrong. I love the new metal and Beneath the Buried to Me and all that kind of stuff. But everybody is starting to sound the same, and it's like it's time for a fucking change. And not only in music sounds, but life. It's like it's time for this shit to change.
Fuck yeah, man. No shit.
Why not a bunch of old fucks?
Hey, man. We saw the way it used to be, man, and we see the way it is now. I think we got a little bit of information on change. Maybe we might have a little insight on that topic. And let's talk about this jam. This single, in many ways, you alluded to the fact that it happens to be a 30-year-old song in some ways, but it's also an announcement. I mean, it's a reemergence. So it's kind of cool that it has a foot in that both eras of your band. Would you say?
Well, we really kind of approached the music where me and Steve were like, okay, when we redid the Jody thing, we brought Doug in to do the vocals, and he totally changed the vocals. The song was called Dead Zone, and originally the song was about the mosh pit. I don't know, that's obviously dated at this point, whatever. Yeah. And we kind of redid the song, and it's maybe has some political sort of things in it, but me and Steve more or less said, man, Hall-O-Ween is everybody's favorite holiday in the band. And we want to redo the song, but we don't want to, we're going to give Doug free reign on the lyrics and kind of let him do his thing. And he's Doug is fucking God on lyricist, man.
Doug has changed. This is put it this way. Doug has put regret into my heart for not making certain moves back in the day, and doing some stuff. It's Doug. I mean, and I love it because me and him butt heads, and I mean, literally today we had a good butt head session, and it was like, even though it was some bullshit, some dramatic bullshit on my end, it was just like, but goddamn, that was fun. It's like that. We still got the fire and the want to say, hey, world, fuck you. Here's Manic. This is the true fucking Manic. We had a fucking statement to make from back then, and well, we got sidetracked. So fuck off. Here it is again. And then yes, Hall-O-Ween is a statement of what everybody in the band loves. Hall-O-Ween. The spirit of Hall-O-Ween is just to me, Hall-O-Ween is probably the most communal event with no arguments whatsoever. Christmas, you got, the Jehovah's don't, and the Jewish people don't, and this, that, and the other. Halloween, who the fuck? It's your own personal choice if you don't like the Halloween, But to me, that's just the most united holiday we have.
Fuck yeah.
That isn't too corporate.
It's a forced interaction holiday, which honestly, in a lot of ways, might be a good thing, especially as we become more and more individualized and isolated in our, I just alluded to the fact that I'm a bit isolated myself, but I believe that's a growing trend. Everybody's got these little machines in their hands now, and they become, little automatons. And, I worry about where that's going to lead us eventually, but that's why things like Halloween are good, man. Get out there and fucking mix it up with the public again, especially after the last year and a half, 2 years we've had where we've been extra programmed into being isolated. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
The mental fallout of what we've been through over the last couple of years is to, hey, man, let's stay the fuck away from each other. So I do hope that, in many ways, hopefully Halloween is a reemergence of are getting past that. Well, what do you say? You want to play Halloween for everybody and kick the season into gear?
Oh, fucking happy Halloween.
Fuck yeah.
Halloween!
You guys rule, man.
I love metal.
Fuck yeah, me too, brother. And I appreciate the fuck out of it, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Hey, no worries, man. Tell Scully thank you too.
Hey, I apologize you had to talk to me instead of her, man. That's a rough gig for you, but
remember you really want to put her in front of him?
Right. Hey, I knew what I was doing. That's
you'll
right.
be obsolete.
Yeah, I knew what I was doing. I ain't no dummy,
Smart man.
Well, kick ass, man. Well, can I talk you into coming to hang out with us again sometime in the future, guys?
Absolutely,
Just give us a call, bro, man. We'll bring the rest of us in here.
Fuck yeah. I appreciate it, man. Awesome. Well, here you go, man. Make sure you go out there and follow Manic Thrash Metal. You can find them on Facebook. You can find the album we'll tell you about when it comes out. But go get the single Hall-O-Ween right now, ladies and gentlemen. Do it now.
Happy Halloween, everyone. All right, this is Steve from Manic. You're watching Metal-O-Mania with the Crypt and Scully. Happy Halloween!
Trick or treat. Halloween is an abomination of God, a celebration of the occult.
Whatever you want, adult Halloween is in full effect.
Halloween used to be my favorite holiday because not only was promiscuity and crimes tolerated, they were actually encouraged. Yeah.
Hey, this is Megan from Casket Robbery, and you're listening to Metal-O-Mania with The Crypt and Scully.
Woo! Happy Halloween, everybody! Thank you, bigly, to our buddies in Manic for stopping by and playing that badass jam with us, man. Fucking cool dudes, right?
Hell yeah.
Love talking to them cats, man. Thank you for hanging out with us here at Metal-O-Mania. Means the world. Halloween! Happy Halloween, happy Halloween. And you may have noticed, if you were paying attention, we played 2 more jams behind that interview for you. We had some Archspire, Bleed the Future, from the new titled, the new release, which is also Bleed the Future, a Canadian tech death metal band. Cool story about Archspire, by the way. That's the band that Jason Momoa, he's in that new TV show called See, where everybody's blind on the sci-fi. I think it's on Apple TV or something, the sci-fi thing on the Apple TV.
Okay.
But to craft his battle voice in that show, to craft the voice basically of his language, of his battle language, he got with the singer for Archspire to do vocal lessons and to create that voice that you hear on that TV show. So that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
You know, Jason Momoa has always been very vocal about being a gigantic metal fan, which is another reason I love that dude. And there are many reasons. He's a cool motherfucker.
Nice.
And also behind that, man, we just played Casket Robbery. That was our friends at Casket Robbery, and that song we just played for you, man. Fucking I love them. I love them. The song is The Hideous. And that does bring me to we just had them in studio, or well, in Zoom, I guess I should say. We just had them on Zoom to talk about our favorite Halloween movies, our favorite horror movies. Jesus, I can't talk tonight. But our favorite horror movies pre-1995. That was fun, right?
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Had a blast with that.
That was great. There are so many good clips and videos and things like built into that you guys are going to love it.
Oh, man.
If you didn't watch it on Friday night when it aired live, you can still watch it anytime. And I actually did watch it Saturday morning when I woke up.
Because you slept through
it. I fell asleep a little
I'm never
early.
going to let her live it down either.
I know.
But, no, it was a lot of fun, and we did put a lot of work into it. But I just to give everybody a little preview of what you're getting into if you do decide to watch it, the 4 of us made a list of our 10 favorite horror movies, and then an 11th, which was our honorable mention. So kind of our top 11 movies. But combined, due to crossover and such, it was about 35 movies, I believe. So we talked about 35 of our favorite horror movies, and we did it in detail. And I will tell you that I included the trailer. I cut the trailer version down to about 45 seconds, but I included that for each movie because I felt like that gives a real good feel for the movie, especially if it's a movie that you've never seen.
Right.
And then we talk about it. I included clips. I included visuals. I included fucking... But, you know, despite all of that work, what made it great was you guys, man. The fact that I was able to do it with you and with Megan and with Corey, though, you know, I couldn't have asked for better people to do the Halloween horror movie countdown. So please do go check it out, though, man. My soul needs feedback, positive feedback. If you loved it, please tell me. If you didn't, keep it to yourself. So there you go. Funny. So anyway, that was Casket Robbery. That new song is badass from them, man. Please support them and show them the love. You can pre-order. You know, I got so many badass. We've got several badass Casket Robbery shirts at this point, man. Any way I can support them cats, I will, because they're awesome, and you should as well. So there you go.
Yeah, make sure you follow, and subscribe.
Follow, and subscribe. So that brings us to what does that bring us to? Oh, well, there you go. Anyway, I did want to remind everybody, please do watch my special. It would mean a lot to me if you check out the special.
And it was great. So. And perfect timing for Halloween.
Horror movies.
Check out the horror movies. It will remind you of ones that you saw when you were young, or like give you a list of new ones to check out. So
yeah, hopefully.
Yep.
Hopefully. But go ahead. What you got,
I
babe?
want to know how much of an investment you make in Halloween.
Oh, too much if you're us. I'll tell you that.
Like, so how much are you willing to spend on a costume?
Oh, this get up I got on probably $50-$60 at least. You know, so
I would say probably, yeah, by the time you add it all up and everything.
So I guess a lot if you're us. Although I do kind of view it, maybe it's a little different.
$60
I view it
though, honestly, is not a lot.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll bet people do go wild for it. You're probably right.
Should I bought that one mask that I don't even plan to wear for Halloween, and that was like $55 just the mask.
Oh, wow. Can we do various stuff with it at least? But that is a good question. I think some people straight phone it in. I remember being young when I was a teenager. It's funny you talked earlier about when you progress into where you have to buy your own costume. One of the first costumes I ever did for myself was a hefty trash bag I cut the arms out of and wore it as a punk rock shirt. I put blue paint in my hair and I was a punk rocker, man. Cost me barely anything, you know.
Right.
So it depends how crafty you're going to be. But
Yeah, true.
we invest a lot in Halloween. We've got decorations. We've got the 16
Well, yeah,
foot
now
tall
as
guy.
adults, and we have a house, and we have place to store things as well. We buy a big thing every year.
We add something big to our collection every year. Yeah.
Last year we bought this big Reaper. It's like 11 foot tall.
Yeah, he's bigger than that. Yeah.
He has like a motion sensor, so if you walk by, he says
talks.
things. It's pretty fucking cool.
I'll eat your soul. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's a cool motherfucker.
I forget all the things he says, but
Well, this year we got half-assed into a plan. We put the pallets out. We put pallets out that we were planning on putting lights in, one red and one green, so it looked like one was like a portal down into like an alien thing, the green one, and one was down into like some bodies into a red one. But we ran out of time, man. Time's a bitch.
Well,
Time is a bitch.
I'm going to go ahead and call her out on it. We went to this Halloween store, remember? And we were looking around. We went specifically for, X, Y, and Z. And one of those Z was the hands to be like reaching out of the thing.
Right.
And, we walk in and there was a lady. She was so nice.
She was
But
nice.
she was like, oh, what are you guys looking for? And we told her like the one thing. And
We
so
were
she
doing
kind of
Beetlejuice.
showed us, she walked us over and showed us this. And we're like, okay, cool. And then she was like, oh, well, we have like a whole Beetlejuice section. And
She was obsessed with showing
you know what I mean?
everything
And we're like,
Beetlejuice in the whole
okay,
store.
that's cool. Like, we weren't really looking for like Beetlejuice decor. Although we did find this, which was cool.
Yeah.
But still, like, like we weren't looking for that. But then she was like, okay, well, what else? And she even actually said it before I even, maybe she could read it on my face. But she was like, okay, I kind of feel like I'm following you around the store now. So I'm going to try to leave you alone. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, but she did throw us off,
But
though.
she threw us so off our game, and then we never even looked for the hands that we needed for the thing in
We
the
got
yard.
the wrong light bulbs, so.
Yeah, so it was,
A lot of effort to go backwards. There you go. That's the Metal-O-Mania way. So, that was fun, though. And I like that we had come up with a name for the guy at one point. I think we even asked
For what guy?
listeners, the 12-foot tall Reaper guy.
I don't know.
I don't remember what the fuck it
that.
was. I hope you guys like the show because you got stoner ass metalhead
There's
fucking.
very,
hosts for
very
it.
little actual follow through on
Yeah,
it, probably.
we're
right?
big
Like-
starters, not big
Oh yeah, I'm
finishers.
excellent at beginning anything.
Yeah. Oh fuck me. Well, let's get into some jams and some show and stuff like that. Do you have any more of the Halloween stuff you wanted to get into?
I actually wanted to rank our Halloween or our Halloweens. Rank our holidays. I'm curious.
Because
can do that
Halloween is definitely number one for both
for
of
us.
us.
Yeah, it ranks high.
Yeah.
But I was learning, like, I threw a Halloween party at work, and people are like, "Oh, Halloween's cool." But I'm like, what do you mean fucking Halloween's cool?
Yeah, right.
Like what?
Are you pissing on the best fucking holiday of the year?
So I kind of want to rank those, see where you and I made a list of them. So I'm curious what other people have to say. But do you want to do that now, or do you want to do that when we come back from this one?
I would. Let's play the sandwich, and then we'll talk about that on our last break for the night.
All right,
How
sounds
about
good.
that?
Yep.
So let's play our Halloween version of the Metal Sandwich. And we're going to open it up with a little bit of Bloody Falls. Burn the Witch is the name of the song, and the sophomore outing from these badasses out of Finland. Groove-laced death metal from Bloody Falls. This shit is doing it for me, and it was just released this week. You're going to love the fuck out of it. And then I thought we'd do a special old school jam this week for you. Every week we play our old school jam. Tonight I'm going to go play the old school Zentrix version of the Ghostbusters song. Yeah, it seemed appropriate, and they rock it out a little bit, so I dig that. They're a particular thrash band that I loved from back in the day. Still together, by the way. Still together. Yeah. They put out a release in 2019 that was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Bury the Pain was the name of that. Excuse me. And then behind that, we're going to play some Massacre. Everybody who follows the show knows that I'm a big Massacre guy, man. And their brand new release is out now. It's called Resurgence. We're going to play The Whisperer in Darkness, Tampa death metal. Need I say more? There you go. Put on your bib or your costume with a bib. Enjoy the metal sandwich, but don't go anywhere because we got a little bit more of us and a little bit more metal to shove in your ear holes for your Halloween trick-or-treating pleasures. Enjoy.
It was her. I saw the witch.
In a time of great evil, there are all kinds of beings walking amongst us. One of them is human-looking, and it's called a witch. Morality to religion.
down, I'm impure.
Colder than a witch's titty out there, isn't it?
I was in college. It was the night before Halloween. And I got a phone call from a friend. He said this. He went, "Hey, JC, tonight we're going over to Todd's dorm. We're all going to take acid. And then we're going to watch the movie An American Werewolf in London. Do you want to go?" And I was like, "You had me at acid. I will be there." Got over to Todd's dorm. Me and 10 other college freshmen all took acid for the first time, waited for it to begin affecting us, and then somebody put a horror movie about werewolves into a DVD player. Panic and paranoia consumed the room. One of my buddies convinced himself the combination of the movie and the drugs was going to turn him into an actual werewolf. And he alerted the room by going, "Guys, I'm about to turn into a fucking werewolf. But I gotta take these Nikes off first. Because my grandma bought them for me." And everyone else was like, "Oh shit. We're probably all turning into werewolves." From one side of the room, someone was like, "Why don't we just turn the movie off?" Pretty good. Other side of the room, someone was like, "It wouldn't matter. We're already infected." Right after he yelled that, started to strip his clothes off. Then it turned into a chain reaction around the room. Now it's a dorm room full of college-age dudes stripping all their clothes off. to prevent them from being ruined when we transform into monsters together. Typical Tuesday night, real simple. At this point, I go, someone has to be responsible. So I walked over to the dorm room telephone and I called 911. I got on the phone with a 911 operator and I said into the phone, hello. Me and my friends were on a whole bunch of drugs. And we're all about to turn into werewolves. And without skipping a beat, the lady on the other end of the phone went, honey, tonight's not the full moon. I'm not saying that lady deserves a medal, but she's pretty good at her fucking job. She calmed me right down. I hung up on her. I'm like, we're gonna be fine, guys. We dodged a real silver bullet on this one.
Hello, Ghostbusters. Yes, of course they're serious. You do? You have? No kidding. We got one!
We kicked its ass.
We have a parade in New York. That's cool. My favorite part is not the Halloween parade, but the November 1st parade in the morning. The parade home from the weirdest one-night stand of those people's lives. You went to bed with a pirate, you woke up with a man with one eye. See those people tramping home in their costumes? You have not lived, in my book, until you've seen Dora the Explorer make the walk of shame. That's a great moment. I'm talking a very adult Dora. I'm talking high-heeled sneaks, fishnets, bosom everywhere. I'm talking Dora the Explored. That's what I'm saying.
a strangler who's escaped from an asylum for the criminally insane. He roams the countryside at night searching for fresh victims, laughing maniacally as he kills them.
I live in the weak and the wounded.
Well, during the sandwich, it looks like Scully and I renewed our deading vows here at at Metal-O-Mania Studios. I love the veil. The veil. That's what you call it, right? A veil?
Yes.
That's how good I am with that. So. But yeah, looking good, Skulls. I think I'd marry you all over again.
Nice.
You're looking good. What do you think?
I think you look sharp.
We
I
did
love
all right
it.
in our costumes this year, babe.
Yeah.
I thought the Roddy Piper was good last year, and I didn't have to wash it off my face. This is going to take 2 months to wash off my face. So.
No, it won't be bad.
You're going to help me? You're going to come scrub my face? I tell you what, you come put things on my face, and we'll go put things on your face right after the show. Anyway, moving on. been fun though, right? It's been a cool Halloween special. Talking to Manic, man, the single was badass. The playlist has been silly. We do still have a few more songs. We have 2 more songs we're going to play for you before we get out of here on the way out tonight. So don't go anywhere yet.
All right.
But 12 songs of badassery on the playlist tonight. I'm super proud of that. We are coming back on Wednesday, of course. We'll be talking to Hate. Brand new playlist for that show. Looking forward to that, man. I'm such a huge Hate fan. That new release is just silly, ridiculous good, man.
Fuck yeah.
We're talking to Aeon. We're talking to VHS. We're going to be talking to so many killer bands coming up, man. Oh, we're talking to Snafu. Snafu's getting ready to come on the show. So keep hanging out with us, and we'll keep bringing you the badass metal. I think we had a little bit more we wanted to get to. We talked a little bit about.
We were going to rank our holidays. Yeah, obviously number 1 is Halloween for both of us.
Number 1, far and away. By the way, it's not even close.
Yeah.
Okay, we go ahead.
Then we go a little off, honestly. Number 2 is your number 3, so it's not too far off there. But Thanksgiving.
Right.
Next in line for me would be Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's fantastic. You have football. I'm a big football guy. I know not a lot of you are out there. I get a lot of shit every time I bring up football on the show, but I'm a big football fan, so I love football, food, and fall weather. You can't beat it, man. You can't beat a pumpkin pie.
It's the best. Get together and just do nothing but eating. It's the way to go.
Beautiful. Makes me miss my pop, though, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah. He was an excellent cook.
Oh, Pop made it to fuck out of a turkey, boy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Then we had my next on the list is actually Valentine's Day. And, that might be ranked a little high, I think, maybe to some people, but Valentine's Day is exactly 1 week from our anniversary.
Right, 1 week
so
before our
anniversary. So it usually
anniversary.
works out perfectly that we can go on vacation or something.
We're almost always away for that week. Yeah,
like that week.
Yep.
So that obviously makes it rank.
We went to
pretty high
Atlantic
for
City
me.
this year.
So.
That was fun.
Your number 3 is Thanksgiving, like we mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, we never mentioned what your number 2 was, though.
Oh yeah, I do have Christmas at number 2.
Right. Well,
I know I'm that guy,
had Thanksgiving. You have Christmas.
but you have Christmas way low, by the way.
Well, no, just next, number 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have Christmas too.
after
I have
Valentine's.
Halloween, then Christmas.
Yeah.
I do like that time of year. It seems like people are a little tiny bit nicer most of the time. You know what I mean? Not granted, there are exceptions, but for the most part, I kind of dig it. I know a lot of people bitch about the holiday. I do hate that it starts like at Halloween. I think that's a little ridiculous.
Oh my God!
It should be
it's
2 weeks,
before Halloween.
maybe 3.
They
2 or
are
3
putting
weeks,
out the
that's
wreaths
it.
and stuff in the shopping centers
Right.
already before Halloween.
I think it should be 3 weeks, and that includes the week between Christmas and New Year's. You know what I mean? We'll give you the Christmas layover all the way till January 2nd, but then
I'm fine with right
we're
after
done.
Thanksgiving.
It's over.
I'm fine with Black Friday.
Black Friday
starting.
kicks it off.
Yeah, Black Friday kicks it off.
I'll give you that.
And then January 2nd is the end of it.
I saw a funny meme today. Speaking of Black Friday, I saw a funny meme. You know how all those boats are off the coast over in California? There was a meme of somebody saying, everybody this year preparing for Black Friday, and it was a bunch of pirates preparing to go out in the water and get all that shit off the boats.
No shit.
We're going to storm those boats and take our Christmas gifts, bitch.
Oh my God.
Pretty funny.
That's funny.
But go ahead. What you got next?
So where I rank, number 4 is Christmas. You have New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I like New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is always very, it's a time of optimism. You're always going to do better. Next year's always going to be better. It rarely is, let's be honest, but it's always going to be. You know what I mean? On New Year's, this is the year I'm going to quit smoking, or this is the year I'm going to quit drinking, or this is the year I'm going to get, I'm going to learn a new language. It's for some reason, it's a date with optimism.
Okay.
Usually they're lying to yourself, but who cares? Feels good. So.
That's funny. Let's see. I don't rank New Year's Eve that high, actually. We'll get to mine. But next I have Easter, and you have Valentine's Day. That's where you finally get to Valentine's Day.
And now, Valentine's Day, maybe I should go higher because you do like to wear very sexy stuff on Valentine's Day, and that makes it a cool holiday. So maybe I did that holiday dirty. But
you didn't think about it.
Usually we're out of town and you're wearing sexy outfits. Yeah, I got to rank that one higher.
That one's a little higher for you.
Yeah.
I have Easter there because I do still enjoy the food and the stupid little dyeing eggs and the hunting for the eggs and that kind of thing and the candy that goes along with Easter, of course. But
that's funny. I think Easter's dead last for me.
Yeah, that's what you said. Easter is dead last.
Dead last.
Which is a little weird because there's some non-holidays in there, like Labor Day.
I like Memorial Day more than I like Easter. I like Labor Day. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so next, both of us have 4th of July at number 6. So literally not halfway because I guess there's 10. We rank 10. So there's number 6, 4th of July.
Well, we talked a little bit about that in July this year, where I think we've hit that. Maybe you haven't. I think you and I disagreed a little bit on that. I have definitely hit the stage in life where I don't want to fight the crowds for the fireworks anymore. So I like 4th of July, but I don't want to do 4th of July. Does that make any sense? Like, I like the fireworks. They're fine, but it's not worth it to me to go sit in an hour worth of traffic to drive into somewhere and then 2 hours to get out of there to go see 15 minutes worth of fireworks. I loved it as a kid. I would have waited in line for 2 days if I had to as a kid to watch fireworks, but as an adult, I'm not sure I'm there. What do you think?
I love fireworks.
You do love fireworks.
I do. And
we used to live next to a baseball stadium that had them every Saturday during home games, and we used to sit in our bathroom and watch the fireworks out the window every week. Remember that? Mm-hmm. That was quite a few years ago now, love.
I also, so then we had Memorial Day, and then I had New Year's Eve, St. Patrick's Day,
Shout
Labor
out
Day.
to Steve, who's a veteran, by the way. Scully's stepdad fought in Vietnam on Hamburger Hill, survived Hamburger Hill. That's a badass right there, kid. Fuck yeah, shout out. It was his birthday this week, by the way, too. Shout out to Steve for that.
Yep, I had dinner today.
You went and had dinner with him for his birthday at 2:00 in the afternoon, like people that when that age do. So for you it was lunch, for them it was dinner. What else you got on your list? Anything else?
Nope.
Well, we would like to know where you rank the holidays. I would very much like to open my email or our Facebook private messenger later and see where you Metal-O-Maniacs rank your holidays. What's your favorite one? Is Halloween way up there for you? I gotta believe that it is.
Probably is.
Most metalheads love Halloween quite a bit. They go so hand in hand. You know what I mean? Speaking of which, by the way, I didn't realize this until earlier. Someone else pointed this out in studio, but this is the first year for our Halloween show. We didn't play King Diamond's Halloween. It was kind of tradition, I guess, but you can't play it every year. It's come on. There's other stuff, so we're gonna play other stuff. So there you go. All right, well there you go. I think that closes out our Halloween special, doesn't it?
All right.
We
got 2 other songs, but
we do have 2 more songs, so don't go anywhere. But did you have fun?
I did.
There's been a lot of. You look amazing for it, by the way, dear. I think I got to go rip that red dress off.
Still looks all right.
The only place I can see that red dress looking better is crumpled up on the floor around here somewhere. So let's play some music, and let's close the show with these 2 jams. We're gonna. Matter of fact, our good friend Natalie out there, who is behind Midwest Metal Promotions. We love Natalie. You kick ass. So super supportive to the show. Big fan of Casket Robbery too, by the way. So she was all about watching our special with them, and I appreciate you for that. I love you for that. And she sent us an email this week and said, I got this cool band that I talked to, and I thought you might dig it. And she was 1,000% correct, and we're going to play it right now, as a matter of fact. Taking the Head of Goliath sent us the song Trenches, and we're going to play that for you. This is, again, Midwest Metal Promotions Band, which we love. And they're right out of Minnesota, so maybe we're going to have to activate our secret undercover reporter on location for Devastation, because that's where Ron is over in Minnesota, and put him on task to go and interview these guys for us, man. So, hey, Ron. Might have a job for you, brother. And then we're going to close the show with a little bit of Maimed. Maimed. This is a debut EP from this congregation of members from Crypt Rot, Severed Head Shop, Apophatic. There's so many. 3 guys came together, made an international badass over the computer band is what we do these days. Okay. Yeah, man. Torrential Gore is the name of the EP and the name of the song. And the way we're going to close our Halloween special. So we hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do support these bands, man. We have costumes on. We've been talking shit. We had fun talking to Manic earlier, but the entire point of the show is to fucking support these bands. So please do so.
Absolutely. Yep.
There you go. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday, where we'll be talking to Hate. We'll see you the following week. We'll be talking to Aeon. And go and kiss somebody in a costume for us. What do you think? You got anything else for closing for them tonight?
Nope.
All right. Well, on that note, happy Halloween, everybody, from Metal-O-Mania. Stay safe out there.
Bye, guys.
Turn out the lights and lock the door on your way out.
This is Luke Reno with Taking the Head of Goliath, and you are watching Metal-O-Mania with The Crypt and Scully.
Welcome to Fright Night.
Nothing like a bloodbath to start the day.
They call you Peacemaker.
I cherish peace with all my heart. I don't care how many men, women, and children I need to kill to get it.
Oof, wow. That was some strong-ass Halloween special, y'all. I mean, I saw rapists in the hot tub, zombie cows. I thought I was gonna die, and then this fat bitchy angel came and put me to bed.